ZABoxingNation, where boxing lives, breathes, and breaks down. Today we have major news shaking up the boxing world. World boxing is in hot water for publicly naming Imane Khelif and its announcement about mandatory sex testing. We'll unpack the controversy, the fallout, and what it means for athletes moving forward. Then we shift gears to highlight heavyweight sensation Moses Itauma, who made it into the top 10 rankings. And finally, we'll break down the biggest upcoming fights this June. Let's break it all down. So let's start with the situation that has the boxing community absolutely going crazy. World Boxing issued an official apology this week after publicly naming Algerian boxer and Paris Olympic gold medalist Imane Khelif in its new mandatory sex testing policy for female competitors. Now, this isn't about a failed test or any wrongdoing. Khelif was simply included in the announcement, but naming her directly has led to major criticism. Why? Because the organization policy applies to all athletes over 18. Yet Imane Khelif was singled out in a way that many saw as violating her privacy. World Boxing President Boris admitted the mistake and personally apologized to Algeria's Boxing Federation, saying that they should have handled the matter with more sensitivity and confidentiality. The policy itself requires athletes to undergo PCR genetic testing, which may include nasal swabs, saliva, or even blood samples to confirm eligibility for female boxing divisions. To ensure fairness and competition, the rollout has been extremely messy, especially when you put athletes like Imane Khelif in the public spotlight unnecessarily. How will world boxing regain trust from its fighters? And will other organizations follow suit? Or will they learn from this situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Should these tests be mandatory? And how should organizations handle sensitive health info like this one? Now, let's talk about one of the hottest young prospects in boxing, Moses Itauma. Only 20 years old and already boasting a perfect 12-0 record. Moses Itauma is officially cracked the top 10 heavyweight ranking on talkSPORT. Number 8, according to Gareth Davies, and number 10 by Adam Catterall. Let's be clear, these rankings don't include Tyson Fury, who was recently removed after announcing his retirement. Still, Moses Itauma finds a way in elite company alongside names like Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker, Caballero, or Fabio Wardley. Commentators praise Moses Itauma's composure, speed, and ring IQ. Many believes he's already capable of taking on the upper echelon of this division. The big question is, who should he face next to truly test his skill? Martin Bakole would be a monster of a man to come and fight, but I think that it would be a great fight. Now, fans are calling for matchups with fighters like Zhao Zhang, though, and Daniel Dubois next year. Let me know in the comments what you think. Moses Itauma is the future of the heavyweight division, in my opinion. Tell me what you think. Now, let's break down a couple upcoming fights this June because boxing fans are about to feast. We have Brandon Moore versus Stanley Wright. That's a heavyweight fight that'll be on June 6th in Verona, New York. We have Franchon Dezern versus Ortiz for the WBC and the WBA super middleweight titles. June 7 in UK, we have Fabio Wardley versus Justis Huni. That's a huge heavyweight fight. Then we have Dillian White is also scheduled to return on this exact same card. Then we have June 7th, Keyshawn Davis versus Edwin De Los Santos. June 8th, We have Junto Nakatani versus Nishida. Expect fireworks. Every Japanese fight always goes. June 8th, we have Jay Apataya. We have Jay Apataya versus Claudio Squio. Apataya stays active while he's awaiting a unification opportunity. But we can't act like he hasn't been calling these guys out. They just don't want to fight him. Then we have June 14th, Richardson Hitchens versus George Kambosos Jr. This is going to be a great fight. Whether you're tuning in for elite matchups or curious headliners, this month is extremely stacked. This week gave us a lot to talk about, from controversy to an accountability to rising stars. Let me know your thoughts on Imane Khelif, Moses Itauma's future, and which June fight you're most excited for. If you got value from today's breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on an update. This is ZABoxingNation, where champions get analyzed and legends are made. And if you're new here, keep your hands up, and I'll catch you in the next one.